Awesome. So this is the last meeting of Q1. Anybody know what Q1 is? Quarter one. So we're going into Q2. Huh? I actually might be able to do it. We're trying. Well, I bought it just for just so I can have it. Awesome.
15, everybody.
A little bit of technology just goes a long way. That's all I got. All right. How's that? So we came out of a fast start school. Any major shifts? That was last Saturday. This is the next Saturday. It's been 6 days since coming out of fast start school. What major shifts?
I had someone that I was partners with that used to complain a lot and say it's not about making more calls. Well, it actually is about making more calls, but the shift in my 20s, I used to get up on the road at 7 and go to some kind of business and, increase profits and reduce the bottom line and work really hard and accomplish goals, and then I would drive home and get home at night, and I would do all this for $12 an hour. And it occurred to me, I'm like, oh, so it really isn't just about making calls. It's about showing up for myself, I'm my own business owner. Getting on the road at 7, coming here, doing all my ditty bots, making calls, doing more stuff, meeting with people. So the shift I made was I realized I'm my own employee, I'm my business owner, I'm Mr. Usher, right? And although, I can't be lollygagging around and rolling in at 11 anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that was the shift.
All right, very good. Oh. Anybody else? Any shifts coming out of convention? I'm not convention, but thank you. Fast start school? I think. Go ahead.
Associations are really important. So it's really nice talking to some of the
hanging out afterwards?
Yeah, and at the dinner and stuff, and getting to meet people from other teams. Really important too.
So can I talk to you guys as if one of you are on my team, because we all are part of WFG, but two, I need to do a little bit of a locker room talk a little bit. Because I talked to Jim and he mentioned you guys on Wednesday had no guests. Chino office had no guests. We had, how many guests we had Wednesday? Tuesday? 3 or 4. We didn't kill it, but we had 3 or 4. We have 2 today. I don't know. I don't know if I call it a successful fast start school when you come out of it, and we got this for attendance in the room, because this is low, for whatever reason, light, right? And we have no guests, we have nothing going on. So I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure why it didn't catch fire, but I'm here. If it did, or whatever it is, and I know you had activity and some stuff that you've done, and none of us came out the same as we went in. But if the activity isn't producing results, I would just say it didn't work. It didn't work. So I'm going to go through some stuff today. We're wrapping up Q1. Q1 in this office was all about the words of the business. We had a lengthy meeting on Thursday with the S&Ds, and we're talking about it. Here's where we all came to the consensus. We did a great job talking about the same thing for almost 3 months. But you guys are bored with it. It's like, but if you're not using them, they're not going to stick. It ain't going to work, right? Why do we do what we do is to hopefully help you do something that maybe you haven't done before. And so we're wrapping up. We're going into Q2. Quarter 2 starts on it's Monday, April 1st. Yeah. No jokes. Actually, I have a really good one planned. You got to come to the office though on Monday to see it.
You're going to lock the door at 7:45.
I might lock it early. Yeah. But look, it's your time. It's time. Anybody been in this business less than 6 months in the room? We got 1, 2-ish, 1.5-ish, a little bit. I was involved or been connected to the company, and we were here for almost 7, 8 years before we got our S&P promotion. We never quit. We never tried to stop getting better. I had to get out of my own way. It wasn't the company's fault. It's not the system. It was me. And until I worked on me and made the adjustments, got tired of beating my head against the wall, nothing changed. But I decided at some point to make some changes. So as we're going to go through some stuff, so I got permission to talk to you guys pretty straight. Yes. Here's the other thing too. We're all trying to help each other build each other's businesses. So I posted something yesterday in regards to life-changing training, that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's life-changing training, but I was just we need to get people here. We need to let people know that we're doing some stuff. We're going to try to bring in some outside speakers this quarter from other offices that are building a business here. not just here, but they're actually working and building a business. There's no way to get around the phone calls.
Right.
There's just no way around it. You're just not going to do it if you don't make calls. You're not going to do it if you don't meet people. You're not going to do it if you don't put people out. You don't put yourself out there and let people know, right? And they say, well, put yourself on fire. Let people come watch you burn. You know, I don't mean it in a negative way.
Right.
But that's the idea. You'll create an attraction or a crowd. No one's going to see somebody burning and not at least look over there. What's happening over there? Right? But don't actually try it. All right, so first quarter is over. You guys have been hitting the phones.
That's
Handling.
How
Well, huh?
That's how you look.
That's how you look? I just thought that was a funny picture. I thought that was a funny picture.
What kind of phone is that?
Oh. My phone upstairs. So you know the words? You know the answers to the objections now?
Yes.
Do you? Okay.
That's a great question.
I don't know. We did it for a quarter. 3 months. Everybody know how a quarter is? 3 months is a quarter. Right? Once you know the words, the business actually is easy. So if you still don't feel like I know the words, not sure what to say, you're just literally making it harder on yourself. Right? Because everybody needs what we do. That's what I love about our business. This is not something that some do, some don't. How would you feel if all your financial responsibilities were in order and you're building wealth for your future? I feel good. That's what we do. We help people get all their stuff together. Right? So knowing those words. What happens when people don't know the words, don't know the objection handling? Is they don't talk. They get asked a question. That's a great question. Let me find out the answer. That's what you're supposed to do. You come back. But like once you know it, here's the secret. Once you know it, you'll never get asked that question again. You never do. Right? And it's tonality. It's your body language when you're talking to people. So now it's time to start sharing the business. Instead, I should have said your business, right? Sharing the business. It's your business. You're all individual business owners. You don't work for World Financial Group. If you did, they'd probably fire you. I'm telling you, straight talk. Right? Because if you work for us, we're going to actually ask you to do some work. We're going to have some quotas as the industry. You're going to make this many calls. You better have this many guests. Can you imagine? If you don't have a guest, don't come back. Right? In the industry, you don't pass the test, there's a box with your stuff in it sitting outside. Don't come back in. Right? That is the real deal industry. Here, congratulations, you take that, you'll pass it next time. Right? There'll be another BPM. Tuesday, Wednesday, or next Saturday. Another opportunity, another opportunity, another opportunity. When are you going to start taking advantage of the opportunity? We're going into Q2. Anybody happy with Q1? If Q2 looks like Q1, are you fired up?
No.
It's time to say, look, that's enough. We got to start doing some stuff. Share the business. You know the words. And last one, sweet, right? Go for it. You have nothing to lose. They're not interested. It's okay. They weren't interested before you talked to them. You got a chance maybe after you talk to them. Maybe now you might create some interest. But I'll tell you what, you're better for it. But you're not putting yourself out there and you're not talking to people, nothing's going to change. Nothing can happen. Right? And if it's meant to be, it's up to me, right? You got to make it happen. You got to decide that you want to go out and do something. Is this too rough? You guys okay?
No, okay.
It gets worse. Okay. I want to talk to you like leaders. Are you guys leaders in the room?
Yes. Yes.
But with that being said, I might be talking to you as an individual. Okay? Because this is stuff my leadership tells me. I'm sure other people's room leadership will tell them, look, you can't. Don't try to change people. As a result, most leaders have tried everything. Here's the stuff that we've tried. Those of you that have been here a little while, you'll know about this stuff. Is we've tried to have more meetings. That's what we need is another meeting. More meetings, right? Actually, what we do need is another meeting. We need more training. Let's run a boot camp. Let's do this. Let's do that. You guys don't need any more training. Much better to hold it. All right. Let's run a contest. All right. Let's run a contest. Literally, contest. 5 units or 5 points. F&A 1 or have a guest here. Everybody should. We want to create a test. Everybody should win. Did everybody win?
No.
Blows my mind. Let's have somebody else come here and talk more motivation, right? Let's get you to where again, inspiration or motivation, whatever you want to call it, right? Let's try to get them to do something. We're going to counseling. It's just a tough time. I'm going through this, I'm going through that. We're all going through something. We care, but it can't stop you. No one wants to hear it until you're on the other side, and man, you got a story to share. All of you will have a story to share when it comes through, and they're going to be like, man, you were going through that? Nobody knows no one needs to know what you're going through. You just need to get through it, keep moving, use the environment, use your business as an outlet. Like, let me get away from all this negativity. Let me get myself in a positive environment where I'm helping and I'm inspiring and I'm trying to work with others. Right? That's one of the things. You got it bad, go feed the homeless. Go serve things. Go do something.
Go to Kenya.
Go to Kenya.
You're right.
So, I mean, I was invited to go to the Philippines last week and that kind of stuff for some stuff. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I might do it. More coaching. I don't know I love what people call coach. I think we'll try to be coaches, that kind of stuff, but we're really your cheerleaders.
Yeah.
We're really your cheerleaders. We're here to help you, inspire you. You don't win, we don't win. You know, we're here to pick you up when you're down, dust you off, and put you back on the field like you can do it. We're here to course correct, that type of stuff. We try all this stuff. Again, all this is trying to change people. It doesn't really work that well. Don't try to change people's. These efforts have some influence, but very little, maybe 10%. I believe 90% of change comes from inside a person, from personal decisions to change. So that's why we have big events. It's one of the reasons why, to get you with other people that are speaking, that somebody might remind you of them and that type of stuff. That's why we try to put you in environments that stretch you and want you to do more. Everybody responds differently to different types of training. I'm giving you training that I respond to. Tell me I can't do something. That's just me. Tell me I'm not going to be able to make it. Okay. That's what I need to hear. That's just me. Right? That stuff. It's a personal decision to change. It's a personal decision to make Q2 better than Q1. I think that might be setting a really low expectation. I think you better revisit what your thoughts were going into this year. What do I need to do? What shifts do I need to make to get myself back on track that this can still be a winning year? The year is not over.
No, not by a long shot.
Not over. The only thing you can do is to recruit more people in your organization. The ones that want to win will emerge. This is the system. That's why they call it 8 speed filters. A filter is a purification. It filters out the people that are not right. It's supposed to happen. Right? They make a call. You invite them. You make a confirmation call. They say they show up. They don't show up. It doesn't mean you don't follow up, but it's just part of the system. They come into an open house, that kind of stuff. They leave with a kit of information. You should schedule time for them to come back. I like to have them come back, because it lets me know if they're serious or not. They don't come back, it's not the right person. Should you still follow up? Absolutely. You're going to run the system. It's nearly impossible to change people. Most people will not change. This is what I hear all the time from my leadership. Your people are doing about what they're going to do. Go get more people. You can't turn a mule into a racehorse. Go get more people. They're doing what they're going to do. Most people won't change. Most people resist change. Most people won't change fast enough or significantly enough to help them win. That's why most people won't make it. Motivation. Most people don't like to be told they need to change. Here's the bottom line. What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
Okay? So what are you doing different? If you're not happy with Q1, what are you going to do different in Q2? You can't do the same thing. The same you is not going to get you to where you want to go in this business. The people come into this business, wherever you're at, I love that this is what they call a personal development business, surrounded by huge compensation. You have to develop to get it into the next level, I've been able to get myself to SMD. That's fantastic. I'm developing to get to an EMD. Right? SMD, by the way, is an individual promotion. We can't stop you from becoming it. We can't stop you from doing it. We want to root you to help you get it done. But until you decide to do it, it doesn't get done. So you just have to decide. Do you even know what the qualifications are? Yeah, but Dean, I'm still an associate. Okay, great. What's your next promotion? Senior associate. Okay, great. Let's get that done. Let's work through. Right? Champions Path is not the way to SMD. Champions Path is not the way to SMD. Meaning, okay, well they had a Champions Path. They did 3-3-30. Always good. That's fine. Get somebody off to a fast start. That's what that's for. But okay, they did a thing for 5-5-30 or 10-10-30, that kind of stuff. That's great. You can get your title as a senior associate, maybe even an MD. But SMD, there is no Champions Path to SMD.
Oh, okay.
You've got to have 10 licensed agents, and you've got to do some freaking points. It's easier than ever, right? 100,000 used to be 100. You had to get a ring before you could become an SMD. 225,000 points, I think, in 3 months. The company had to stop doing SMD Academy because there was too many people getting SMD. They couldn't handle it anymore, right? But you guys are not SMDs. What do you need to do coming out of this meeting differently? We're here to help you. I'm not here to beat you up, but I'm also not here to tell you good job when it's not going to get you home where you want to go. It's not going to get it done for you. Should ask Christopher. I said it. He was pretty. All right. You guys okay? Yeah, we're good. All right. No one's quitting yet. All right. All right. The size of your vision. You can't put a pint. Can a pint-sized bottle hold a gallon of water? Can a small-minded person build it big? You must have a bigger vision. You must have a bigger container. Be part of something bigger than yourself. It will increase your vision. Where there's no vision, what happens to people?
Perish.
I've been really on this. I do a lot of stuff with my church and that kind of stuff. I've been really thinking. This has been really coming to me. And I may have heard a story that they had a child who was going to graduate or get married that was very sick, but they were able to stay alive because they had something to look forward to. Mm-hmm. My grandmother, she's turning 104.
Wow.
We're going there in a couple of weeks. April 10th. She hates being around all these old people because all they do is talk about the past.
Yeah.
That's all they do, right? She's like, I want, and they're all grumpy.
Right.
This is my grandmother. Like, I can't stand here. She wants out of this place, but there's no place. I mean, you're 104. You can't walk much anymore. That's where you are. But where there's no vision, people perish. So we might say it's a business plan, but I would think you better have a vision plan of where you're going, what you're doing, and you better keep it, whether it's a dream board, or a vision board, or a business plan that we ask you to read in the morning and at night. All this is to cast in your own mind where you're going, what you're doing, and hopefully be excited about it. Right? Your business plan, your direction, your vision should be exciting. Like, to the point where, like, reading it at night, you can't sleep. I got so much stuff going on, it's just like I can't do it. Go to bed exhausted because you've worked all day hard. As you're recruiting, you're doing one-on-ones, you're talking to people, you better be able to cast a vision in regards to where you're going, what you're doing, and why they should follow you. Why should they join you in business? Oh, I hit that wrong button there. Boy, I keep doing it twice. I must be on the wrong thing. All right, there we go. All right, so I want to talk about some events, because we do have a couple of events coming in. Why do we, now we just talked about, are we doing these events because we're trying to change you?
No.
Yes.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Well,
Right?
it's not like drink the Kool-Aid and metamorph, but yeah.
But do you want, I don't know if you've never dealt with an event, and I've had the privilege of being able to deal with some of these events. How much work is involved to host an event that literally doesn't generate any revenue to us? It's geared 100% to try to help you build your business, whether inspire you, whatever it is, to come out and do something more than you're willing to do. You can never build a big team unless you understand the importance of big events. So we just came out of the Fast Start schools, And we always encourage you to buy a ticket for yourself and buy a ticket for other people that you haven't recruited yet. Put some fire in your belly in regards to, like, you need to, like, I got these tickets, I hate to see them go to waste. People don't want to. So it might help you get more, but I'm trying to get just my ticket. It's like, get 2 tickets. Bring somebody with you. Right? I was really proud of our team in regards to that. That was not our biggest event. We've had 34 at our first Fast Start School. That was just us. We had 22 or whatever was there. But things expand and they contract. They expand and they contract. Okay, your business is going to expand. It's going to contract. Now the key is the contraction spot. When it contracts, it should contract bigger than it was last time. Right?
Right.
Just because you have an explosion, because you ran a contest, or you're going through Inner Circle or whatever, and you got to get recruits or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you got 10 new people on your team. Well, talk to me in 2 months when let's see how many are actually stay back. But hopefully more stay back than what were there before. But that's how business runs. It's important to know that. Jay Jr. is going to give me that advice when I was frustrated at our second Fast Start School because we had 34 come out of the first one. It was good. You actually spoke at our first Fast Start School, fun environment. Jay, #1 S&D in the whole freaking WFG, put them in front of the team. Those people are not going to inspire the people to do anything more. It has to come from within. They have to decide, enough's enough. We can't do it for you, but we can try to help people get to big events. A big event is where the magic of crowds, the environment creates a condition for change. Let me tell you, when you start treating Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday as big events, things will change in your business. You got all these people that are here to help you build your business. You got an environment. If you had to put this many people in a room, it would be hard for us to do it individually as a base shop, but we all come together, we can actually have a pretty good crowd. Right? You really shouldn't be doing your own. Right? We struggle on Tuesdays because we only have, we're anywhere between 17 and 20. I know the magic they say is at 25, now all of a sudden they change it to 30. I keep hearing 30 now. It's like, I thought it was 25. Right? But people should feel the energy when they step off the elevator coming into the room. It's just exciting. It's a happy place to be. Leave your troubles at the door, come in because you're coming here because you want to be uplifted. This is a good spot. This is what you want to do. When people travel far away from home, they spend time and money, they tend to listen a little bit more seriously. We have no problem challenging you to go to convention in Las Vegas, get a hotel room, spend the money, figure out the travel, that kind of stuff, because the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the rewards. If it's easy for you, you won't pay much attention. It's not a big deal. Right?
That would explain the BPMs then, because how much do we charge for that? Maybe we should start charging.
Only if they don't show up. Maybe then they'll actually show
No
up.
guest. Jeanette said no guest.
And then the people who have guests get to take the money?
Yeah.
Now we become a thing, so probably not a good idea. But the idea is like you guys are taking time out of your lives on a Saturday. Why? Oh, general training. Okay. You go home, life's back to the same. Hopefully this needs to impact you to go on and do something, work a little harder today, maybe not go home, maybe make a decision to get 5 names and numbers before I go home. Do a top 25 at least minimally on a weekly basis. I believe that's a good minimum. You can do it in a day. Do it in a day. It's probably 16 hours. Do it in a day. But you can decide, I'm going to do this a weekly. I'm going to have a top 25. Numbers say if you do a top 25, you get 1 recruit for every top 25.
Can I share something?
Yeah.
Sophia, she says she gets 40 numbers a day for Dan. 40 a day.
If you look like Sophia, it's a piece of cake.
She's
Give me your number.
Yeah, she does it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
everybody who talks to, she's like, I need your number for my husband or whatever. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay. So if she gives you 40 numbers a day, she's like,
That's
business.
That's-
a different
well,
story.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Certain abilities.
Yeah.
Certain abilities. I'm sure of that. But the idea is, look, you don't have to be Sophia. You just have to be you. Right?
Amen.
You don't need 40 numbers a day. You need a top 25 a week. And you'll be all right. Yeah.
Thank you.
When teams travel together, they work more intensely and urgently. It should be an event. So when we have a fast start school and we kind of, my fault, fumbled on, again, team unity. Everybody should be wearing life builder shirts. They should be wearing their team shirts, team pride, that type of stuff. You guys should be having meetings and stuff together afterwards or during or whatever it is, where you guys are mobilizing and talking and building a camaraderie with each other and things like that. Like it's awesome. People tend to compare themselves to other when they see someone just like them do it. They think they can do it. Here's the power of why did we just do a fast start school and we included Natalie Ryan Plant is the Corona office because it's just different people, right? You can't be a prophet in your own land, right? Christopher is amazing. He is very, very good. We take it for granted. We hear it all the time. There was a time Ed did the general training for his base shop, right? And they didn't listen. Some did, not many. There's a lot of people that can say they were in the room that did nothing. It's hard. So that's why we're trying about the next quarter, bringing people out here on Saturdays, not Wednesdays, not Tuesdays, but Saturdays, to talk to you guys about people that are actually engaged in building the business, because we want to hear from other people and things like that. Any questions on this stuff so far? There are too many. All right. There are more people who tell us there are too many meetings. Yeah. The way I see it, there should be so many meetings that people have many chances to change their lives. We should be having a corporate overview. I mean, I know some offices we've been involved in that had corporate overview during the day. During the day, like they had a lunchtime thing, and then they have meetings. We have a Tuesday and Wednesday. We have Saturdays. We have nights available here in the office that if you had a special group or something like that, you want to do it on a Friday, you want to do it Sunday, you want to do it Spanish, whatever. We'll do whatever you need to do to host a meeting to where we can get people where they have a chance to change their lives and make an impact. You guys can do your own meetings and home opportunity presentations, HOPs. You can decide to have people over at your house and have a little barbecue and invite one of the leaderships to come over and speak to you and that kind of stuff. No one's slowing your business down but you.
Amen.
Right? David.
I had a group of 3 people yesterday.
You had a group of 3 people you consider yourself? Okay. It's hard to be a prophet in your own land. You gotta get somebody to come out and speak with you. Always good. Always good. There's power in numbers.
Some people did.
Yeah. Power in numbers. Change takes active involvement. Man, I'm missing my clock. Okay. I don't know. It keeps moving away.
Can you see from there?
No.
That's what I use.
It's quarter, it's 10:16.
I got it. I left, but it's just nice to go. We got to go one back on that. Back there. Change takes active involvement by who? You. Individually. Us. I'm not there. Jim's not there. Christopher's not there. Ricky's not there. We gotta. That's the beauty of our business. All right. Let's grow together. Let's keep working. What's your language? So what do you say to your family in regards to what you do here in business? There's 3 ways to communicate. So you might say to your family, oh, I don't know, what do I tell them? Your words, body language, tonality, more actions. Does your family see you getting up and getting to the office early? My wife does. She's got a little tracker on me. She says, Dean's arrived at the office. It's okay. So what do you say to your family when you look? What do you say to your family when you show up to all the birthday parties? And you show up, you have you say, I have control of my time. I can do whatever I want to do. Okay. Right now you're not at that stage. You're building a business. Right. It's not just your words in regards to we help people, we do all this stuff. Okay, how many people have you helped? None. Recently.
Well, I say it ain't now, but it's gonna be.
Good. I like that.
That's it.
I like that. But again, actions speak louder than words. How many new people have you brought into your business right now? Right? If your family won't join you in business, that's kind of a sign. I don't know. I mean, friends and family are tough. But that's why you have it come down to the office and see our office and let them know who you're working with. And, I know you can do it, Bill, but I just don't see myself doing it. It's okay. Just do it. Just do it.
even when it's tough, there's a scripture that I just learned about, when Jesus was telling all of his disciples to go 2 by 2 into villages and talk. And he's like, if they're not listening or they won't hear your words, you know, then leave. Make
Dust
sure
off
you
your
knock the dust off of your feet and keep going. And the idea behind knocking the dust off is don't take the dirt or, you know, of the rejection. I mean, Jesus was rejected for a lot of things, and he was perfect, so.
I heard Jesus is a scam. I researched it on Google.
Oh, he is?
I
Okay.
saw that. the other day.
Everything's a scam.
Yeah. That's one of those deals.
He's probably a pyramid.
One of my agents,
He is at the top.
one of my agents, Tim Walsh, does a St. Patrick's Day party every year, and it's like, big, I mean, 100 people. So he invited me and my wife to go, and I really didn't know anybody there pretty much except him. But I just sat next to a guy that just started talking to me about, Tim had already kind of talked about what we do, and I just happened to sit next to him, and so we have an appointment with him here.
Are you putting yourself in positions where you can meet people and talk to people, or are you at home and just waiting for somebody to knock on your door? It happens. And by the way, if you're not paying attention, they can knock on your door, you can answer and close the door going, oops, I forgot I should have said something to them. Right? That's why you always have to be in the mind of building and prospecting and talking to people. Hopefully because you're excited about what we do
Right.
and how we do it. We worked really hard this last quarter on what do you say to prospects. Right? Again, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. But you can say the wrong thing to the right person. You cannot be prepared. If you had a young Ed Milan come through, would you be able to talk to him in a way like so you come down and see the opportunity? Right? You can bring them in your business and not properly fast start them, not properly go through the system, not properly get them going. Don't get them a result quick enough. What do you say to yourself? I'm big on this one. If I hear somebody tell themselves, oh, I'm just stupid or whatever, it's just like, oh, I will correct you. I had that happen at full time or something. Somebody had said something. I'm like, don't ever say that. Oh, I didn't really mean it. No, you said it.
Right.
If you said it, and you even said it unconsciously, that's even a bigger word. You need to be your biggest fan. I'm awesome. I'm a go-getter. I'm going to get things done. I'm going to make this thing happen. It's meant to be. It's up to me. I can do this. All day long. That's why we push on the affirmations and that type of stuff. That you're telling yourself good things. You're trying to reaffirm the things that you need to be a better you.
I think part of that too, Dean, is being aware of what you're doing. Just listen every once in a while.
2 minutes? Really? Yeah. Man, only 2 guests. That's boom. How did you do, Tom?
Went through it.
You got through it?
Good job, Tom.
Got through it.
Yeah,
It's just worked out. Good job. Vivian's never closed. Like, look, at this point, it's all about having a good time. It's just David's guest. John, 2 minutes for your guests. Wasn't it awesome? Went to your interview. Hang back, do your stuff. John, you listening? No.
I got it.
You got it? Kids upstairs. You got it?
Yep.
All right. We're going to go a little longer. A little longer. All right. What do you say to your teams? Hey, Life Builders, we're going to dominate the Chino office.
Bam.
Yeah.
We're going to have guests when they don't have guests. We're going to have appointments when they don't have appointments. We're going to be ready when they're not. Right? We're going to take over. And say that to you guys. That's my team.
We heard what you said.
But this isn't big enough. What did I say in the text yesterday? Come here, because this office needs to be top of the synergy team.
Yes.
We shouldn't be inviting people to come and speak to our teams. They should want to come in here like, I got to go see what's going on in the office.
You asked about a takeaway, or Warner had asked about a takeaway from the Fast Start. Everyone, all the speakers were so in alignment, which indicates that synergy is all in alignment, but I don't know if you guys noticed, but like with Dean and Christopher, the things that everyone was saying, we've been hearing this, we've been in alignment in this kind of a way for years. It is time to rise to the top.
Life Builders tied with CAS for mobilization to an event.
Well
That
done.
was huge. My team heard that. Awesome. Now let's beat them. Let's beat them. We should have been number 1 at the event. Right? You can't be, again, this is a very, 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 very small pond
Yeah.
in WFG. Right? You're not competing against anybody here. right? You compete in the Leaders Bulletin, you compete with the company. That's why it's such a big deal that I haven't actually looked at the Leaders Bulletin, but that's what I heard, I believe him. That he's leading the whole WFG.
Yeah.
He's likely to be MVP of the S&D level in WFG at this year's convention. It's pretty cool. And I can call him and ask him questions. Fabulous. What do you say to your past? I'm just not a good recruiter. I obviously haven't got a recruiter, so I'm just not a good recruiter. Let that go. I don't know how to help people. Let that go. You can learn. This is all learnable stuff. This is not something you have to have a God-given talent to do. How'd it go, Vivian?
Good. Awesome.
Good? You closed them?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Killed it.
We're gonna get your number. You got 2 for 2, 100% in there. Bat and 1,000. What do you say? You gotta say to your past, like, it's not my future. The past has gotten to where you are today, whether it's in WFG, in family life, physical, whatever it might be. If you're not happy, that's okay. You needed to go through that to get to the point where you're not happy. Now you can do something.
Right.
The past is over. Oh, Rafiki thing, just hit him over the head. Yeah, that's the past. A lot of people let their past just dictate their future.
That's true.
A lot of people live in the past. Because of the past, I can't do this, I can't do that because I've never done it before, I've never been good at that. Well, get good at it. I've never known the words of the business. Okay. Let's learn them. Right? I've been a procrastinator. I'm just a procrastinator. That's not a good affirmation. If you think about it, just get it done. If you can't do it, write it down and schedule when you're going to get it done. What life would be like if you actually did that? I'm pretty good at it.
It's freeing.
Because I don't have to remember anything. Just write it down. If I can't do it right then, I'll just remember, call this person, do this kind of stuff. When you live a life on that first voice that tells you to do something, I believe that is whatever you want to call it, Holy Spirit, your gut instinct, or whatever you want to call it, universe, but it's directing you in a positive spot.
Yeah.
It's the second voice that says, I'll do it later. That's the one that's holding you back. The first voice is the real voice. I don't know what God sounds like. It's the first voice. You got to deliver belief in all these areas, whether you're talking to your family, you're talking to your prospects. Like, I don't know if I can do this, but you're doing it, and I can follow you. What you say to yourself, what you say to your teams. My past is not my future. Local events. The giant base shop building machine. This isn't about machine thing. The magic of crowds. We're talking about getting the big events. This is a crowd. It's a small crowd, but it's a crowd. Right? Building supermen and superwomen under one roof. Putting people in situations they haven't experienced. Tom, do opening for the first time, maybe closing for the first time. Hey, it's a low risk environment. Go do it. Right, preparing. Tim was doing the Tuesday night and that kind of stuff, first one. But he's talked to a couple of groups. Well, this is where you kind of learn. This is where we're building supermen and superwomen. Do it first, leadership. Leadership example. You know, if you can't, lead by example. Don't tell your team to do something that you've never done. Go out and prospect. You can do it. This is how you prospect. But I haven't prospected. Go across the kitchen table. Go re-earn your position. If you're an associate, you're supposed to have, what's the old-fashioned way of doing associate? Senior associate, it's 4 licensed agents. Right? 30,000 points.
Yes.
Whatever it is. As an S&D, I want to always have, I have 10 licensed agents, but I got to keep my points at 75,000 points. On a constant 3-month scale. Stay in my position. I love that. But what if they changed it where there's no one and done, you have to actually stay in that role. You have to continue to stay there. By the way, WFG is changing. There's a list coming out. Some of your names are on it. Now you're on a watch. You're gonna have to do some stuff. But do it first. Be the first here. Be the last to leave. Right? Compress time frames. Activities. Everybody has an equal opportunity to build faster with this system rather than 1 or 2 events a year. Do you know there's some WG offices that have meetings once a month?
Really?
Once a month. Real offices. They meet on whatever 3rd Tuesday, whatever the month or whatever it is. Real offices, there's some that actually do that.
Once a month.
Once a month. Alright? And if you were just an agent here at WFG and that's what we did, what are you going to do about it? That's what we do. You probably go to another office, but we really got some challenges or choices. There's some that don't do fast start schools at a Canyon Lake, beautiful location. Like we'll do a boot camp or something in the office, but we don't need to take them to where there's an expense, and we want to make it easy for our team, so they don't have to pay that way. I'll go ahead and buy lunch and bring it in, so they can have something to eat, and I'll go ahead and cut their food for them too. You know, you guys don't. Sometimes you don't always realize how good we have it. Focus on building a big base shop. Consistent, relentless focus on the base will ensure long-term success and a new generation of builders. Some of the stuff is related to life builders, so if you see a life builder or a builder in there, that's kind of what we're talking about. You should know if you have a downline, you have somebody new on your team, you should be reaching out to them. We call them babies. You need to feed them, you need to change them, you need to birth them, you need to make sure they're coming tomorrow. Oh, they said they'd be there. Did you call them last night? I said I'm excited about tomorrow, Dean's training. I put a text out about it. It's going to be a great day. I'm going to have you go to class. I'm going to give you a chance to speak to, because you guys, oh, I get the schedule just so I can confirm my role. You know what I do? I get the schedule and I look at who's doing what, and I'm already planning who's going to go where, what's happening. Hey, there's a conflict with Ricky doing this. Like, it's actually, I'm looking at the stuff because it's all about our business. Oh, Steve Adams is doing Crusade. I'll put my 2 youngest guys with Steve Adams because you can learn a lot. I mean, that you get more credibility than Steve Adams. You're going to come out of Steve Adams and they're young. They get snared in disaster by somebody, and they just heard from Steve Adams, who's been here 30 years and has been doing this for a while. They're like, oh, wait a minute. I don't think it's a pyramid scheme. That guy's been doing this for this long, and this is what he does.
Right.
Is Steve Adams not going to lie to you? Come on now, Steve Adams. The hero making machine. Local events crank out future leaders by the thousands. Local events is this event. There's one here. I know there's one in Corona. There's one in Eastvale. There's one here, whatever, Anaheim. This stuff is going on all over the place. If you don't prospect and talk to your friends and family and people like that, someone else is going to. It's the Olympic training for the future builder athletes. You get to come here to pregame. You get to be on a roll. Right? You can learn how to run a business, actually learn how to run an office. We'll put you out there to break the floor. We'll put you in the presentation to go ahead and start picking the groups. You teach a class. I just want to be a spectator. Life builder business model. Duplication. Be worth duplicating. You cut a corner. Your people you're training, they're going to want to cut corners.
So cut 2.
You sneak. Yeah, you want
Don't
a man
judge,
bun?
don't judge the
Both
man
of them.
bun. There are.
Both of them, man.
Yeah.
My hair's going to get big.
I know we're looking at
Your team will do half as much as what you do right, and twice as much as what you do wrong. That's why I'm really anti the group meets. I'm going to say it when you guys post stuff that you're running late, or that you're not going to make it to the BPM, and you're a leadership. Blows my mind. Well, folks not making it, I'm not going to make it.
You don't realize I never realize how many people are watching or what kind of an influence you
Everybody's
have.
watching because it's going to justify them. Well, I don't have to go because Christopher's not going to be here today.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that we don't have a lot of attendance because Christopher's not here today. I didn't post out that he wasn't going to be here. In fact, I didn't know he wasn't going to be here till Thursday. I hope that's not the case. We're not here for Christopher, are we?
No.
You shouldn't be.
Hope not. Duplication. Do it right the first time, you'll own it a lifetime. Do it wrong the first time, you'll spend a lifetime trying to do it right. Right? You got like literally, you got to run the system with perfection, because your people are going to run it coming out of there. But they got a shot. They saw it. And then when it doesn't work, you can remind them. Remember when I ran the captain system, everybody emails them into Gmail that I have. I make all the calls personally. I know what's going on. Alright, we had 15 invitations, but I already could tell by the quality of the confirmation calls that I personally make, I knew it was going to be a rough day. I knew it was going to be a rough day. We're running March Madness. Anybody else running March Madness? We got 2 people competing, and they had the most people on the invitations. But literally, when you're in a competition, you start scraping the bottom of the barrel and just trying to get anybody and everybody there. I can see that in the numbers. It's okay. That's why it doesn't bother me. Mission driven. This is me. I don't know what people are going to do without getting this information, without knowing what to do and how to help families. The worst case scenario is somebody comes in, they're brand new, and they go through licensing, and they come to classes, and they actually learn how financial stuff works, is they got a shot at maybe having their own personal finances in order.
Right.
Right? I'm big on all 6 steps of our business. From cash flow to legacy. Mission driven. People need this information, and they're not getting it. I don't know what the government's thinking about. Like literally. I want interdependence.
I hope that.
I'm working on, and this is hard for me, for those of you that have known me for a little while, I'm working on leverage. I'm working on letting people make mistakes. I don't have to be the one in the field. You guys can do it. Go present. It was a day I couldn't let that go. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I got it. But no one grows.
Yeah.
Nobody grows that way. You just gotta go do it. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. You can do it. I'm not big on having people, families, and be individuals being tested on or practiced on, but it's the only way they're gonna get better. You can't learn to ride a bike by watching somebody ride a bike. They have to get out there and start pedaling.
So you don't know how to ride a bike.
But we're there to catch you, or Aaron, at least pick you up, dust you off, and put you back on and say, keep going. It's about entrepreneurship. It's about building your business. We're not here to build our business. We're here to help you build your business. What do you need? How can we help you? What are you doing? We can't help you if you're not doing. If you're not riding on the bike, and every time I push backward, back it stops. That will stop hitting the brake for those old bikes. Mission. It's not about making a sale. It's about how you feel about what you do. If you feel good, this is why I don't get a lot of objections. Even if they're not interested, it's really okay. Right? I love what I do. It's not hard for me to come into the office and work and make phone calls and talk to people and be actively doing stuff and being out in public and car wash and just talking to somebody and what do they do? What are you doing? That kind of stuff. It's not hard. I love what I do. And they feel it. Feel good about yourself. Maybe you need to go back to a crusade class. Again, and again, and again, and again. You got to get in the field. Have the stuff go from your head to your heart. If I'm still talking to your head, it's probably the problem. It's got to go to your heart. You got to feel good about the company, who we represent. If somebody says, "Oh, World Financial Group is a scam," don't get violent, but you need to take it personal. Look, I've been doing this business for over a decade. I take it a little personal. What do you mean it's a scam?
Yeah.
I've been here since, we were clients in 2005. My wife started in 06. I started in 08. I retired here in 2010. Please tell me how this is a scam. I don't understand. What do you mean by that? Where are you getting your information? Would you like to tell somebody who's actually doing it? Let me tell you what I do for families and how I help families. You're not going to tell me it's a scam. And I'm not going to go, okay. Really? I can't stress number 3 more. Give a simple presentation. I had to learn this. I'm gone through it. I'm getting better. I'm not perfect. Keep it simple. Stupid. Talking to myself again. Don't call myself stupid. But you start trying to be this dazzling person with all this information. I have a lot of experience because I've done a lot of reps. You put me on appointments, or like, man, Dean knows everything I got about. I didn't learn it prior to doing it. I learned while doing it. So I did it, and then I learned. I put myself in learning opportunities. I did a tax appointment for somebody at my church, took them to the tax guy that's in our business, and learned a lot about, I didn't understand the injured spouse form. What's injured spouse form? I learned that from in the field about what it is and how it works. They're not actually physically, but financially injured. We learned that one before, though. I had heard of it before, because one we dealt with. You know what? Give your presentation, keep it simple. Let them make the decision. They should buy, or they should not buy. They should come on business with us, or they not. It's okay. Because you're still you. You're strong in you, and who you are. Follow up? Yes. But more importantly, follow through with everything you say you're going to do. Live as an example. Qualify for some trips. Post some pictures. Have a great time with the organization down here by the lake. Right? It's all advertising. Free. Live a life that serves as an example of what an exceptional life can be and share it with others. That's our mission statement. Right? Everywhere and everywhere, anywhere, wherever you're at. Just be good. Don't just make a sale. I change people's lives. I help people take care of their families. So, what do you mean WT is a scam? I help people change lives and I take care of their families. Well, how do you do that? That's usually the question I would get if I said that statement. We'll set a time to go over it. It's too much to go right now. Or during the week, the weekend. Always be setting appointments. Always be setting appointments. Almost done. A builder brings out better results than a salesman ever can, basically. Than a salesperson. You just don't sell, you just sell the person who wants to buy and recruit the person who wants to join. It's a lot more freeing than trying to, I'm not here to convince you. If you don't believe properly protecting your family, getting out of debt, saving more for retirement, if I'm going to have to talk you into that, let me know when you're ready. Because I think those things are important. They're important to me. Right? If I can put you in an environment where you can be around a lot of good people, we have a lot of fun, and we're all on a mission to try and serve and help one another. You should come down Saturday. I want you to meet some people. Okay. Salespeople pay attention to the close of sales. How many apps did you close today? What's going on? You get your quota. Builders pay attention to the mission, the crusade of the sale, and learning of the trainee during the sales process. If you're still doing appointments, I've fixed this. You should do it. If you're still doing appointments on your own, someone could have learned something. Someone could get independent. I had a couple of appointments. I'm still trying to remember that guy's name, Emily. I came down here when I was going out because I didn't have somebody to go with me on the appointment. I came in here, there's nobody here. I'm not thinking Jim. Jim's always here. But I'm looking around if anybody wants to go and that kind of stuff. I get permission from the SD. There's nobody in my office, nobody here. So, all right,
You should ask me, I wouldn't know.
It might have been fun, we could have a good lunch.
I would also say this, it's not just for the person that you're training, though, it's for you too. If you're the one presenting, you have more credibility if you have somebody with you.
Absolutely. So even if you're brand new in the business and you're like trying to figure this stuff out, take a teammate with you, either somebody from the agency or whatever, just go with me so you can watch me. And I get a chance, here's how you get to help me, is I get to say, oh, this is Billy, somebody I'm working with in business and we're training together. No lie there. Even if I'm brand new, no lie there, that's totally true. And you can't say I'm training Bill. That's not, well, you actually could be. That could even be true. But the fact you got somebody with you, it does, especially when you have nobody to edify you. Especially when you have you can't do self-edification. It doesn't work.
It's called bragging.
It's called bragging.
Arrogance.
Right. Now you can come across confident and that type of stuff. I've actually gotten pretty good at it. I've done a lot of appointments at it. But it's hard. But you're just basically there to help and serve and how's things going. But again, those are great learning opportunities for anybody in the room that wants to go on an appointment. It's fantastic. Your clients are not just a sale. Hopefully you guys are tracking your clients. Call and visit your clients and ask them for referrals. Who else do you know can benefit from my services? I've done a really good job for you. I've helped you in these different areas. I was just curious, I have some free time on my calendar next week, I'm trying to book some more appointments, you know anybody that could benefit from my services? Because it should be about filling your calendar. Like, if you look at your calendar for next week and you don't have anything booked on it, you have no right to go home this afternoon. You need to be here making calls and filling your appointment book. Well, I work a job and that kind of stuff. Well, then what are your evenings? What nights do you have still available? Don't go into next week without having appointments booked. Fill in your gaps and your holes and that type of stuff. Do your checkups. Somebody gets a car. I took my car, got service. I only have to do it one time. I never have to take it again. Financial services people need checkups. They need checkups. You don't go to the gym one time and you're in shape. They don't meet with you one time and they're good. Because you're just doing transactions. Right? There's always things you can review and you can talk about. Even if they got an indexed account, you can talk about the segment history and how the segments have been going and you want to make any adjustments. If it's packed, you got lots of choices. Even if it's trans, do you want to do the global or do you want to do straight S&P? And the international's been tanking lately. But I don't. Where's it going to be? Where's it going to be in a year? Is the question. All right, your clients. You get a chance to get back in front of your clients. You're allowed to recruit your clients on the back end. That's how we came into business. It's probably, when you're brought in that way, it's probably your favorite way. It is my favorite way. Because most clients I sit down with need to make additional income. Once you come down to the office, see the office, see where I work, that type of stuff, people I work with. Maybe you know some people can benefit from our services. Maybe you can actually help me because I need more people. I was watching Creed 2 last night. Don't watch it. It's the same Rocky movie over and over again. Literally, it was exactly the same movie, except even the Russian. Pretty funny. But there was a comment in it when we were working on the PowerPoint. I said, oh, that's good. Let's do that one tomorrow. So this was out of Creed 2. I've heard it before. But last night watching the movie, I go, oh, that's good for tomorrow. Let's end training with that. If you want to change things in a big way, you have to make some big changes.
Damn.
If you want Q2 to be different than Q1, you're going to have to make some big changes. Not small changes, big changes. This is March 30th. You got less than 48 hours to figure it out before Q2 starts. Don't go into Q2 like you went into Q1. Being fired up because it's New Year's didn't make the difference. It wasn't it. Hopefully we built you a good foundation this last quarter in relations to the words of the business and objection handling. I'll tell you what's going on. Tuesdays and Wednesdays we're going to be talking a lot about the field stuff. During the week, field stuff. Weekends is about building stuff. Building your businesses and things like that. So we're going to try to walk with both steps during this next quarter. Left foot, right foot, that type of stuff. But if you don't implement the things that you're taught, the things that we go over, the Fast Start School you just came out of was just a nice warm bath, felt good, great day, what a great event. But nothing changed. Nothing changes until you decide. We appreciate you, we love you, we support you. Apparently everybody but Christopher will take a bullet for you, like literally we want you to win.
Everybody but Christopher.
He came up and said it.
He did.
But literally, my team needs me on there. We're gonna figure it out. We gotta do it because we're actively growing and we're trying to make some better lives for other people that we're around, just because they're around you. God bless you guys. Have a great week. All right. Meetings after the meetings. Life builders. We got room cleanup.
Nobody helping them.
Everybody watch.
Throw some paper on the floor.
Cheer them on. That's what oh, Schlemmer's based off.
They're so corny.
Whoa! You guys just come at me as soon as they walk in.
I'm gonna tell Jaira. I'm telling Jaira.
You saw that, didn't you?
You didn't see that.
So what?
Kretsia come out there. Most of them.